do that at kattc.com. Tom.
Barrett, thank you. A gymnastics club owner and coach is behind bars tonight, accused of sexually abusing underage girls in Mason City. 53-year-old Douglas Hagenow was arrested yesterday afternoon. And according to court documents, he committed the acts a number of times at the same house between 2009 and 2014 with girls under the age of 14. Hagenow is listed as the owner of Active Kids Gymnastics in Mason City. No word yet on when he will be in court.
A crash slowed the commute for many on Highway 14 this morning.
It happened around 7:15 just east of Byron. Authorities say Dodge Ram and Ford Fusion collided. The driver of the truck was eastbound on Highway 14, turning north onto 60th Avenue Northwest.
And that car was westbound on Highway 14. The vehicles collided in the westbound lanes. The driver of the Ford Fusion was taken to Mayo Clinic St. Mary's with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver of the truck was not hurt. And 3 people have died in a multi-vehicle crash in Cass County, Minnesota. Minnesota State Patrol says a Chevy minivan failed to stop at an intersection between Hackensack and Bacchus and collided with a GMC Yukon. 55-year-old Jeffrey Wordish of Ellendale and 59-year-old Robert Nelson of Carver were driving the Yukon. Both were killed. The driver of the minivan, 34-year-old Lenny Steffen, also died in the crash. Another passenger in the Yukon was hurt.
A judge enters not guilty pleas on behalf of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. The former officer faces multiple tax evasion charges. A Washington County District Judge set the next court date for January 21st. Chauvin appeared via Zoom for a brief hearing at Oak Park Heights Prison, where he is serving his 22.5-year sentence for the murder of George Floyd. A trial date has not yet been set. And the state of Minnesota is granting more than $3 million to the city of Rochester. The news comes after Destination Medical Center's quarterly board meeting.
According to DMC, this money will help businesses already in the downtown area and hopefully bring more in. Our Carly Petras joins us live with more on how this grant could help businesses in downtown Rochester. Carly.
Well, Tom and Caitlin, DMC says there are several downtown businesses that have successfully adjusted to the new way people are buying. But there are some businesses down in Rochester that need a little bit more help. Attracting new businesses, but also supporting the ones we already have. With the $3 million grant from the state, Destination Medical Center is hoping to achieve just that.
Over the past 5 years, there have been an additional maybe 1,000 people living in the downtown, which is in a very potentially very important market for downtown retailers. So one of the first things that we've done as a part of our support of retailers is to do a research study to talk to downtown residents to better understand their needs.
More for kids to do downtown would be nice to see.
I'd love to see more like interactive kid activities downtown. Perhaps a place for like birthday parties, events, things like that.
To get the shops that are here back up and running.
There has been a clear shift in how people shop, buy, and consume products, especially since the start of the pandemic.
What I think we're seeing is more and more retailers trying to adjust their models.
An example of this is the Nordic shop in the Galleria.
They really upped their online presence and had a 300% increase in their online sales.
The Nordic shop plans to apply for this grant and use it to help expand.
The opportunity has come along to move into the old Healing Touch space, and that'll become our back room, which will increase the size of what our back room footprint is. It'll free up what was the back room in the Nordic shop and make that store space.
According to DMC, the application process is not set up yet, but soon enough, businesses will be able to apply for a portion of this grant money. Live in downtown Rochester, I'm Carly Petras, KTTC News.
All right, thank you, Carly.
Well, let's go out to our weather patio where Chief Meteorologist Nick Jansen is standing by. What a beautiful Friday out there. Does not feel like November, right?
Yeah, we had high temperatures today, reaching the mid-50s. Right now, I'm just standing outside trying not to blow away because we have some strong winds out here on the weather patio. You might be able to hear it on the microphone here. Winds howling right now as we have winds across the area at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. Beautiful sunset tonight, some beautiful colors. We have some oranges, some pinks. Make sure to send in some of those sunset photos tonight. We'll show some of those at 10 o'clock. We can kind of see the pinkish hue there on our Lewis and Ada live camera. We look downtown, temperatures are at 51 degrees. And remember, just a second ago, I said the winds are howling. They're up to around 29 miles per hour. That's sustained right now at RST. Temperatures remaining mid to low 50s. We have upper 40s right now in Preston. We'll take a look at those wind gusts. Wind gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour in Rochester, 32 mile per hour wind gusts in Mason City. So we'll deal with some strong winds here tonight. A little bit of cloud cover outside. That's enhancing our nice little sunset we have this evening. Tonight's planner, we deal with those strong winds all night long. Winds will be about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Temperatures getting down into the lower 40s. Almanac today, high temperature 55 degrees for the high this weekend. We'll deal with some strong winds. Winds probably not as strong as they were today, so we're probably back down to around 10 to 15 miles per hour for winds coming up this weekend. But temperatures will be beautiful. We're talking maybe the mid to upper 60s in some areas come Saturday and Sunday. We'll track out the warm weather. That's in your full Weather Authority forecast. Back to you.
Thanks, Nick. Childcare industry representatives are praising Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds' announcement that more funding and focus would be coming toward the industry. This is a field which has suffered from low pay and lack of applicants to work in daycare centers. Now the governor plans on directing $200 million in pandemic relief funds to childcare providers hurt in the pandemic. The state has what are called childcare deserts, when there are not enough childcare providers for those needing help.
I think that there are steps in the right direction with the way the governor has committed to early on the task force, an aggressive 100-day timeline. She has elevated the childcare crisis. And then I believe with the federal Build Back Better plans or things that are passing through, there's bipartisan support in the state and in the nation for helping childcare.
There are about 400 communities in Iowa which meet the childcare desert status. It was a street